Hello and welcome. We're going to talk about how to find customers and help them find you tonight. And just looking so much forward to it. So this is such a very, very important topic that we need to cover. No matter how good your business is, if you don't have the customers coming to you, you can't make money. My presentation number 1095, headed for 1100. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Steve Carver with you from Dunn, North Carolina. I'm not a lawyer or a tax accountant, just a fellow that's been in business a long time and happy to share with you lots of tips that hopefully will help you. First tip always is get a second opinion before you make a major decision in your business. And a good place is to get these free advice, free counseling is from your Small Business Center over at the Nash Community College with Ruthie Holloman there. Excellent director, and she has a lot of resources to help you. So give her a call, make an appointment, and she'll help you get your business moving forward. She's located in the William S. Carver building. I don't think that fellow's kin to me, but it's a mighty pretty building up on the second floor, so go for it. Thank you all for staying with us through this series. This is part number 4 of the 6-part series. And we're moving forward tonight talking about finding customers. And next week we'll wrap it up. On the 4th we'll be doing bookkeeping and forecasting. And then on the next night we'll be talking about taxes and record keeping, which will wrap up this series. After that we'll have 2 more sessions on Wednesday night, red flags and pivotal points, and then on Thursday afternoon, pricing strategies. So next week we've got 4 different presentations. I hope you can join several of them. Study guides have been sent to you already. I hope you have them. And they're certainly important, and especially the one titled SEO. That's a very important study guide for you. Please respond to the surveys that are sent to you after each session that come out of the Small Business Center. It's important you take a few minutes to just answer that back, and certainly helps all of us keep these programs alive if you can respond to those surveys. Y'all all have your homework assignments. I'll be looking forward to wrapping this thing up next week, so keep working on them. I will mention that if you're under pressure and you can't quite get these things done, we will have another series starting up in January, and I'll certainly be look forward to seeing you come back in then if you have some classes you make up, or if you just want to do the whole series over. But at any rate, please move forward as quickly as you can with your homework if you want to become members of the Academy and get certificates and graduation certificates for doing that. Some of you have been really busy this week. Latoya in Clinton has been very active and sent lots of information to us. Joined in last night in Shawaka. And Roanoke Rapids is with us tonight, and so glad to have you on board. And thanks for all the information that you've been sharing. Doing custom work for folks. We'll certainly try to start helping you market your business. Looking forward to getting some videos from you. Thank you for sending in your information about your business, the different things you're doing, and very good info. Now we just need to get it out in the public so that the public can see it as well. But I'm impressed with all the things that you're making, and I'm sure other folks will be as well. Great mission statement, great vision and promise statement. Thank you for sharing that with us. It looks like you're on the right track. I see you're using some hashtags. I see you must be active in Instagram as well. Keep up the good work. You're doing a great job. I see that you established a YouTube channel. Very good, very good. YouTube channels are great, but we need some videos to back it up. When people go to that channel, I want them to see videos on the different things you're making, see your lovely face talking about and selling your products. But it's a great step to have that YouTube channel up there, and I'm so proud of you for doing that. But to get that graduation certificate, we need to see some actual videos at that YouTube channel to qualify for your Academy graduation. So thank you so much for all that you're doing. I love your trade name, Crafting Chaos. That's really cool. Great picture you've shared with us. So again, thank you so much. Your business cards look great. Apparently, you're very much of an artist and doing a lot of custom design work. And like what I'm seeing, and I know your customers will too. Appreciate the fact you've done your QR code. Just a lot of extra work, and I know that takes more time, so you're into it, and congratulations, and we really hope it works out really good for you. The flyer you developed looks really good. Just need to get it out in the public so thousands of people can see that thing. And Katina, good to have you on board with us tonight, and thank you for sharing information that you've been working on in your DIN creations, created from the heart. I really like what you're doing. Thank you for sending me your business plan information, and you're off to a good start, very good start. But I want you to know now that your business plan, you're covering your bases well, but to have a good idea of where you're going with this, you're going to have to get some revenues in there. You told me earlier that you wanted to have an income goal of X numbers of dollars a month. Now it's time to take these different profit centers that you've listed down and estimate how much money per month you think you'll be getting from each profit center after you pay your bills related to those things. So give that some consideration. If you want a viable business plan, you're going to have to put those numbers here and then start working towards your goals and track yourself, and you'll be able to tell how you're doing and how you can do better. Let's all take a few special moments tonight and offer some prayers and concerns for Regina down in Elizabethtown. She's had a tough several weeks when her father's been real ill, and she sent us a nice message today saying she might have to back off of attendance while she's looking after those issues, and I certainly understand that. And so we're praying for you. God bless you, Regina, and your whole family, and let's hope that he gets to feeling well real soon and you can get back on board with us. And thank you for all that you do and all the teaching that you do in the public schools down in the Elizabethtown, Whiteville area. Dorothy has been really busy. She's been really pumping design work, and look at this beautiful layout and logo that she's come forward with. So happy for you. And she also said she'd been out visiting some customers, getting a feel for what they want and maybe how she can do some business. So just real happy for Dorothy. And when she's ready to go public with her own business, I'm sure it's going to do really well. She's learning how to take photos now and put the right images up there so people can go forward. She too has worked on her QR code, got a good little brochure here, contact information page, well done. I appreciate the design work that you put into it. Tim's been with us on a regular basis over in Williamson, and thank you so much for staying with us, Tim. Last night he told us about a book that he had found by John Formica. It's all about the Disney experience and how to do a better job beating out your competition, but all about customer service. So I'm looking forward to getting a copy of that. Hopefully it's available in audio form, because that's what I like to do, is listen to books on audio. But thank you, Tim, for sharing that with us. Pam's been very busy. She's been in contact with us, working on her business, sent a very nice testimonial, which is very much appreciated. And also shared with us at Saturday down in Rose Hill, there's a free vendors pop-up for their Christmas parade down there. And so any of you that has some pop-up interest, that might be something you follow up with. And there's a phone number there, and or phone or text Rhonda about getting the space there. So that may help you get out there and make some Christmas money. So the more you can send the information to me, the more information I can get out there for our fellow friends and neighbors. I need to see those videos. I have to push it, and I don't want to push you where you don't want to go, but it's so important to you, and we'll talk about those tonight. But to get the Academy graduation, you're going to need to send me some videos, at least one, so I can see that you're moving forward. Doing my best to motivate you, so keep pushing for it. Your job is to stay in the game. My job is to motivate you. Yours is to stay in the game and find the endurance to stay there. So let me tell you a little something now, especially the folks dealing in crafting, Catlin and Saranka. To stay in business, you need to remember that folks buy basically two types of things. They buy things that they want, and they buy things that they need. So as you're looking at the things that you're offering to folks in your profit centers, you want to have some items that people will want, in other words, impulse items, but you also want to offer some things that they need, things that they will buy on a weekly, monthly, or several times a year basis, and that will bring them back to you. So think about that and present your products as you're getting ready to market the things that, if you need this, and maybe you need this at a certain time of year, keep it in mind, because we need to have that mix. We need to have a variety so that people will come to you not only for the things that they want, but also for the things that they need. And if you got them coming to you for both issues, then you're going to have a lot better chance to sell more and more stuff. And that's why we need to have a really, really good diversification of products. So we see some more people coming on. I understand we're having some sign-on difficulty tonight. So Matthew, glad to have you coming on board with us, and I hope you can hear everything okay. Your 40 drill skills sent to you with your sign-up, still very, very important. One of the ways you can get extra mile awards is for you to take those drill skills, take them one at a time, and just on your Word file, and just kind of write under each one of them how you will use this drill skill in your business, or how you think it will affect you, and send that back to me. That way I notice you've been reading them and watching the videos, because they will really, really help you with your skills tool belt. So let's talk about the last drill skills that we'll probably discuss, and that is so important that when you're closing a sale, when you're doing a deal, it's really important that you understand about nonverbal communications, and really have your radar turned on, because sometimes people will give you more information with things they do and don't say than they actually say with their words, or they give you good signals to help you know if you're ready to close the deal by their body movements and such as that. And I'll be sending you some study guides on this as we get into that next week. But remember, when you're closing a sale, keep your eyes and ears open, your radar on, to read nonverbal communications from your customers. And what motivates other people? An assertive person motivates other people. People are not motivated. People don't get in gear lots of times unless there's a third person or a second person in the room that is assertive. Assertive is a word we don't use a whole lot in normal conversations, but it's important, and it's not a negative word. Assertive means that you're taking the action to motivate someone. And we need to do that. You don't need to motivate yourself. You don't need to motivate your customers. You don't need to motivate the people that you're buying from to give you better deals. So know that a part of an entrepreneur's nature to be successful in business, you don't have to find some assertive ways to help get the ball rolling, get moving, make some money. Being assertive is important, and we have to learn how to do it, not to go over the line, not to be pushy or bossy, but to be assertive is a good thing to do. Which one of these is a good thing? Tax avoidance or tax evasion? One's good and one's bad. And I want to tell you that tax avoidance is a good thing. And next week, in our second session next week, we're going to be talking about tax issues. And it's very important that we learn how not to pay any more taxes than we have to, but to pay what is legal and what we're supposed to. Because if we start cheating and lying and misrepresenting, that's going to be called tax evasion. And that can definitely get us in trouble, so we want to stay away from that. But I want to tell you that we do want to use all the tax avoidance issues we can. And next week I'll give you some really good tips to help you not have to pay too much taxes. We need to remember that it's not how many times we get knocked down that counts, because as entrepreneurs, we're going to be told no a whole lot. If everybody that saw our ads would give us business, we'd all be millionaires in a couple of weeks. But that ain't going to happen. People are going to see us, and they're not going to send us that order, which to me is a knockdown. But we have to know that we have to keep getting up. We have to keep a positive attitude, be happy because we have the opportunity to be in business and to be an entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur that wins the race, he has to stay in the game. Staying in the game is so important to be able to win the race. So I see some more people coming on board. Thank you very much. Latoya, good to have you on board with us. So what is your legacy going to be? Is it going to be that of a taker or a giver? As a member of the Academy of Entrepreneurs and Associates, I want our legacy to definitely be folks that give. Folks that are looking for ways that we can help other people, give good deals, make win-win situations. We don't want to take things from people that are disadvantaged. We want to do the exact opposite. So as we work towards that, we'll be better people, and our businesses will do better as well. When we're being the best people we can be, we're being the best business people we can be as well. And that means lighting our candle up, letting the light shine out to give warmth to other people and help show the right direction. Remember, I really am encouraging you to just enjoy being as good a person as you can possibly be, light those candles up, and to go forward with it as best you can. The magic marketing moment we talked about in last time we met. Do y'all remember what that is? The magic marketing moment? In the Golden Goose marketing plan, the magic marketing moment is after we have a chance to serve a customer, we go back to them, we contact them to make sure they are 100% satisfied and remind them of that. And when we remind them that we're interested in their 100% satisfaction, that kicks in the raving fan customer brain seeds we talked about. So the magic marketing moment is going back to a customer, seeing if they're satisfied and what you can do to make them more satisfied, and that's when you get to ask them, now what is it you're thinking about buying next? What kind of prospect might you give to me? What products do I need to have in stock? That feedback is how your marketing plan becomes successful. That is how we become more and more successful, by getting that feedback from your customers. That's your magic marketing moment that helps keep you in business a long, long time. How can your web pages become twice, 3 times, maybe 100 times more effective? By adding videos. Maybe you're getting tired of me hearing and talking about videos all the time, but I got to do it. And later on tonight, I'll show you why. So let's get serious now. Let's move right into it. I have sent y'all today 11 sample emails. I hope that you got them. If you didn't get them, that means I don't have your email address. I see Matthew's on board. Matthew, I may not have had your address in here, but I'll send them to you because you're with us tonight. These sample emails are showing you how you can take the things we've learned during the past weeks and actually plug them into your marketing and email and video things that you're doing. So I don't expect you to read every one of them today, but I do want you to save them. Don't erase them. Don't do away with them, because each one of them will show you ways that you can use the marketing tools that we've been talking about. And using those marketing tools is how you find customers. Using those marketing tools is how we help customers find us. I know it's there. I did the work to share the information with you, and looking forward to it helping you a whole lot. And those are sample videos that we've done. There's my old ugly face up there in the videos. And if you'll watch them, you'll see how we've inserted photos. We put voiceover messaging. We did a lot of text scrolling in the videos and put specs in there and logos and pictures. And you can do this as well. If you have a raw video, raw means you got your face and your message in there. Someone that knows what they're doing in a very short period of time can add music, add text, add lots and lots of other stuff to really take your video and turn it into a full-fledged commercial. And if you'll send me your videos, I'll see if I can get someone to help us improve them a little bit, but I need to see them pretty soon and right away. Dorothy, I see that you've joined us tonight. Welcome. It's good to have you with us. We've been talking about you and bragging on you about the pretty work that you sent to us, and looking forward to you getting ready to go public with your new business. So the last ones I sent to you this afternoon was an example to try to help you move forward with your videos, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get started. And something that really helps me is that I can put a PowerPoint, my images and actually everything that I plan to say, put it on a PowerPoint program, and then when you share the screen, just like we're doing right now, you can go through your PowerPoint and you can just read what's on your slides or talk about it and make your videos as you're doing it, as you're recording it. And it's really not that difficult to do. If old Steve-O here can do it, I know that y'all can. So I'll give you this tip. You've all signed on freeconferencecall.com, and you can become a member of freeconferencecall.com. It don't cost you a penny, and do the same thing that I'm doing and make videos with Free Conference Call. It's very easy to do. And if you decide to do it and you're having trouble with it, you can call me or send me an email, and I'll do it the best I can to walk you through it. And you can put your own videos together. Now, the recording that you do on Free Conference Call is called an MP4. That's the MP4 has got voice and video action on it. And so you can take an MP4 type video and post it on Facebook and Instagram and other places, and take that MP4 and give it to YouTube and turn it into a YouTube video, which means you can find it with a internet link, and that way anyone that's on the internet can watch your YouTube video. Very effective, and if you look at the videos that I sent to you, you'll see some really important things. So using that PowerPoint, very important. So if you will, turn your volume up. Let's hope this comes through okay. I want to show you a couple of things here on this video that I did weekend before last, and it's already generating some business for us. It's just incredible. So let's start here and I'll do some stop action. First of all, you want a nice cover on here that gets people's attention. Remember the look and the hook? You want to let them know that we're coming at them with some good stuff. So this is the first. I start out with basically no sound, just putting the message there. And then the next slide comes up. We try to touch a lot of bases. Let them know what the price is. Let them know the hook is that this deal ends on December 28th. Let them know it's only, remember our pricing strategies, it's only $88.99. And they can pay $100 now, and the balance is due over in February. So we can get into the deal. We can encourage them to go ahead and do the deal with a $100 advance payment, and then go forward. I've got all the details listed down there to help them move forward. Trying to get it to go forward now. Let's go. All right, notice here that I'm promoting a veteran-owned business. I'm letting them know that we ship nationwide with the map down at the bottom. And then here, now remember the look and the hook? Well, here's the hook. There's a promo code that they can save an extra $100 if they remind me of that. And then I get into explaining the sales program myself. So y'all got a copy of this. We're not going to watch it all tonight, but watch through it and you'll see some different things that I've done. Now that's using the PowerPoint. Now for your SEO, to help more and more people find it, you do that by naming your videos. You rename them and you keep putting them out there under different names so that people that are typing in different search terms will find the video. Notice the arrows here where the names that I've named it. It's the same video, but I just renamed it and reran it. I didn't have to produce it again. My virtual assistant knows how to take that video and name it whatever you want to and keep it just the same. But we renamed it different names so that folks that are searching for different search terms will find the videos. Just want you to notice here the number of views. This was a couple of days after we had done the videos. With the 5 different names there, we got 11 on one of them, 36 with one, 9 with one, 5 with one, and 30 with another. So that's getting on up there close to 80 or 90 different folks that have seen the video, but they did it because of the different names on there. So if I just had one name on it, the most I could have done was 36. But since we've named it different names, and it didn't cost a penny to do that, then you're tripling the exposure that you're going to get. And as things move forward, I think we'll see we'll watch these folks that'll do it. Now, you're welcome to go to my YouTube channel and help me track to see how many people are watching these different videos that are named different names, okay? This is a big deal for you, so I hope it's sinking in. It can really help you. We want to help customers find us. We want our marketing campaign to be like a magnet that brings people to us. If we have to go out and search and grab and go here and go there and rope and tie and bring folks back to us, that's a lot of work, costs a lot of money. But if indeed our marketing campaign is like a magnet that's bringing people to us, the job becomes a whole lot easier and we can be a whole lot more effective. We can do this if we have it as our foundation for our marketing plan that we're going to target certain customer groups who are more likely to buy our product than the rest of the world. Because remember that saying that we got in our drill skills? We can't be all things to all people, but we can be everything to some people. And when we figure out our best potential customers and call them our target groups, then we're on the right track to get more business and spending less money marketing. So, what is the most effective way? The most effective way to help a customer find us. And it's also the least costly way to do it. You have an idea on that? What is the most effective way to help customers find us? It's the mobile web page that you have related to your business. When someone is searching for you on the phone, when they're searching for you on this little phone here, like I've got mine right here, what is the image they see on that phone when Safari or Google finds you for them? And if that image on that mobile web page is powerful and effective and a good marketing tool for you, it's going to have a chance to bring you in more business than any other thing you can do, and it's probably the least expensive thing you can do. So think about that. Let's figure out how to make it work for you. And you can have a mobile page with your Facebook pages, with your Instagram pages, with your website pages. So very important to have a good, effective mobile page to help people find you. Here's one of my mobile pages, which I show you often. So if you were looking up carverequipmentcompany.com on your telephone, this is the page that's going to come up. And please notice that big blue area here that says Call Now. And the other big thing right at the top is Get a Quote. And then we have some pictures. I am convinced that if you have the fewer things you have on that screen when it first comes up, the better off you are if they are encouraging the customers to take their finger and call you. If they call you, you are the most important person in the room then, and you are ahead of all your competition. So work hard to get a mobile page that is having people call you as often as possible. And maybe it's the wrong hour, or maybe somebody just don't want to call. Give them the opportunity to press one button and be able to send you a text message or get on one of your quote forms, whichever you decide to do. When people hit this button on my phone, they're going to have a chance to send me a text message. Do that, because if you can get the customer calling you or texting you, you're ahead of all the competition. Now, after those two very important buttons, give them the opportunity to scroll down and look at different things that you may be offering or selling, and you tell them what it is, and then they can touch that on their telephone and go to the web page, and we'll call it the landing pages that relate to those products. But work on your mobile page. It is a big deal for you. Here's another one of my mobile pages for my books that I sell on Amazon. Now, what is the second most effective way and least costly way to help customers find you? Number one was the mobile page. Now, what's number two? It's the old-fashioned way, which is raving fan customers. If you have customers that are promoting your business every day because they like doing business with you, they're going to generate lots and lots of customers to find you. But you have to stay in touch with your raving fan customers for them to be able to do that. So the obligation that you have to have the advantage of their support is to send them continuous promotions. So you want to have an email list and or a cell phone numbers list that you can send them text or send them email reminding them of what's going on at your business and what's going on special. Doing this on Facebook. You've got all these friends, your raving fan customers, all of them should be your friend on Facebook. Remind them what's going on and watch that happen. But you have to do it. It's the old-fashioned way. Remember, we can get lots of business, kind of like catching fish. We can catch lots of fish if we keep fresh bait in the water. Keeping fresh bait in the water as related to helping customers find us is to have continuous promotions out there to help our customers find us. And we'll do that. So as we're setting our priorities, just determining what are we going to do today and tomorrow to promote our business, we need to box in some time there to how are we going to send our promotions out to our customers and how are they going to look. Now, Darcy and Joanka have really done a good job this past week, and Kat's working on it too, on getting some good brochures and images out there to really catch the eye. Remember the look and the hook. The stuff you send out there in your promotion needs to look good, and you are doing a good job with that. And then you need to have a hook in there, and the hook is a call to action, a reason for them to get in touch with you right now. So that will motivate them. We get back to the word motivate. A call to action to motivate folks to do business with you right now. Now, number three, least costly way, the third best way to help customers find us. Well, I'm going to call it a five-star plan. I'm going to give you 5 different things that we can do to put in place so that if you don't want to get tied down with everything else we talk about in this series, if you hang on to this, you can go forward with it. So the next third best thing that we can do is the Google My Business or My Business at Google account. That's an account that you can have, which is a mini website that Google will give to you basically free. And you can show your products, you can have photos there, have a map to your place if you want it, talk about your business and have customers be able to leave you 5 stars if they want to. And it's just powerful as it can be. And if you're not taking advantage of it, you're missing the boat. So because it's low cost and very, very effective for you. Google My Business is, and y'all seen these ads when you're looking for someone. Here's one of our Academy members over in Hampstead, the Savory Craft Company. They've done a really good job. They went with Google My Business and business started coming in the next day. Just amazing. Next, and congratulations to Sharanka Mitchell for getting her YouTube channel up this week. Have your own YouTube channel, which is another free website. So maybe you don't have a website for your business yet, but I'm telling you tonight, you can basically have 3 or 4 ways that you can have as close to a website as you can get with Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, and now with YouTube, you can be up and running, getting your message out to millions of people very quickly and very easily. And if you don't know how to do it yourself, certainly we can find someone that will be glad to help you at a very reasonable fee. Members of our academy can do that. So let's stop thinking about creating these videos and just get on with it. Now, we need to find as many customers as we can. So the next thing we want to do is to have as many marketable profit centers, to have a good diversified list of things that we're offering in products and or services. So important that you do that. Diversify it out so that it is important. And remember that seasons are very important. So as you're looking at how to diversify, the seasons are going to become more and more important to you. One of the ways that you can make your profit centers go further and further is by using as many DBAs, doing business as you can. So one of your handouts tonight is the one about DBAs, doing business with as. That's very important for two reasons. DBAs let you name your business different names without having to go into a lot of extra money. You can have one corporate name but do business as a lot of other things, so that you can keep your bookkeeping costs down, but have more and more customers find you because of the name of your business that relates to what they're looking for. The other way it can help you is you can take your products that you have and give your products different names. Like if you got certain, like you say, we're selling shoes, you got running shoes and tennis shoes and working shoes and other kind of shoes. That way you'll be able to help people find you on your web pages. It sounds like a lot, but it's really very simple and easy to apply, which we'll talk about that a little later. Helping people find you, you do that by coming up with these customer target groups and have a group for each one of your marketable profit centers, and then you feed your database as often as you can, add as many email addresses as you can every day to your database, so when you start sending out your promotions, they'll go to more and more people. This week so far, today's Thursday, I have probably added 10 email addresses to my database this week. In my busiest month during the spring, during the mowing season, I'll add as many as 50 names per week. You need to do that because people are dying, they're leaving. You're going to lose a third of your customers every year. So we always need to be adding potential new customers to our contact information. So the handout that you have is called SEO Strategies. And what that is to help people find our landing pages. SEO is a way, kind of like an art, to help people get in touch with your particular web page. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, SEO, helps people find your landing pages before they jump on your competitors' landing pages. So the more and better we are at SEO, the more effective our web pages are going to be to help us make money. So we'll talk about that. Your handout is critical. Please print it or take time to read it in the near future so that you have a grasp, a good understanding of what it's going to take to make your internet marketing work, because it all boils down to this SEO stuff. So let's talk about it just a minute. Join in here with me. Danielle, glad to have you and Lisa to have come on board with us. I hope you didn't have much trouble signing on. I'm glad that you made it here with us. Search engine optimization is an art form. It's a skill set that will help you or your webmaster, whoever's working for you, put the right content, put the right words, content words on your web pages so that the search engines will find your web page when someone is typed in one of those words before they find a competitor. It's a competitive situation. It's 100% competitive. SEO is all about the competition, and the better you are at it, the more money you're going to make. The higher rankings, that is, when we say higher rankings, that is when you type in a search something on the website, on your telephone or with Google, how high up on the page it comes up is the person that you're looking for. And if you're trying to promote your business, you want it as high up on the page as possible so that they will see you before they see other people. And you can do it. You can do it. Remember last week we talked in one of our webinars about how even little old Carver Equipment Company was able to have the top 18 positions for a certain search terms. Now, I had staged that and I set it up just to show you that you can do it with the right kind of work. But SEO has thousands of things to consider. And there's thousands of people out here that will sell you this and tell you that and do this. But I'm going to tell you, quite simply, there's 9 factors that we can grab onto that will make a major difference in how often our web pages are seen. 6 of these 9 are related to text, what the content is. But here's some things that are important. The name of your web page. The name of that web page is the URL, the name of your web page. If it has the same words in it that someone is searching for, then you've got a good chance it's going to jump right on it. So that's why I encourage us sometimes to name our business or name our websites different than what our corporate names are, because we want to use names that are going to be out there on the internet that help customers find us. Number 2, if our website is mobile friendly, that means are our web pages friendly for people that are shopping on their telephones? Some are very unfriendly, and if you don't know what you're doing and you don't have a way to test how friendly your pages are mobile-wise, then you're in trouble. And I don't know how to do it. That's why I have a good webmaster, and I am constantly asking him to test my web pages for mobile friendly. And he can make some changes on it, and it's all the difference in the world whether or not our customers find them. The inclusion of videos, again, is super important with SEO. Here's the fact. Google company bought YouTube company. So Google wants YouTube to be really strong. And they say that if you have a YouTube video on a web page, Google will find it and rank it higher than all the other web pages with the same search terms. Let's say that again. Your web page that has a video on it, a YouTube video, will rank higher than all the other web pages in the world with Google, with someone using the same search term. That's a big deal. And so when I mentioned to you folks that I want you to get your videos and let's get them out there, that's why. Because that video on that web page is really going to bring them to you. And now, naming your videos, just like your web pages, certain names, like I showed you earlier, is a double powerful engine to bring people to you. The keywords now are important. Always have been, and sometimes that's all people think about are the keywords. So if you've got a keyword that people are sort of search term, that means the same thing, that people have typed into their computer, that is custom-made cups in North Carolina. And now they search for that. And if you have those words, custom-made cups in North Carolina, on a web page, the search engine will find it and give you a ranking, bring it out. But the web page that has custom-made cups on that web page the most number of times, the most number of times, it made it so much easier for the search engine to find it, then that text is going to boost that page up to a higher position. So we can use some guerrilla marketing thinking now to help our web pages do better. I'll show you that in a few moments. Now, adding links to your web pages, that is something someone can click on and go to another web page, is important. But here's where a lot of folks really screw up, and especially folks that are doing craft marketing and sending people to other websites for whatever reason. You have to be careful now. You worked hard to get someone to come and land at your web page, right? You spent money, you built a website, you got products to sell, you want their business. Now, isn't it kind of crazy that as soon as you get someone coming into your website, that you offer them a link on there that carries them somewhere else? Carries them to an automobile manufacturer, showing them a picture of this, takes them to Facebook. In other words, you worked hard to get them to come to your website, and now you are basically pushing them out the door. You give them a cold shoulder, saying, why don't you click on this link and leave my business? Go ahead, take your money and go somewhere else. Don't spend it with me. It's crazy. So Papa Steve-O here is saying to you, it's fine to have lots of links, but those links at your website need to be sending them somewhere else on your website. Yeah, that's where you use the diversity of your profit centers and show them all the different things that you have at your website. You don't send them somewhere else. Now, the gorilla in me will tell you that the longer you can keep them shopping at your website, that's that many more minutes that they can't be shopping somewhere else. So if you've got the look and the hook showing them good stuff where they are, they'll keep moving around right in your little house there. And eventually they'll find something they want to send you your money for. So please do not send them away. Now visit carverequipment.com and you'll see thousands of links, but you won't see a single one that's sending someone to another website. Okay? Keep that in mind. Now, the loading speed of your pages are important. Sometimes a little picture, a small picture, because of the way it's constructed or in the computer world, is real slow to load. Sometimes an audio is real slow to load, different colors and backgrounds and images. And I don't know how to do that, so I have a webmaster that makes sure that my pages load quickly. Now, what does load mean? That means when you click on a place on the internet you want to go, and it takes forever for that page to come up on your phone or on your computer. It just drags and drags and drags. And that could be caused by your internet provider speed that you have at your house or on your phone. Or it could be being real slow because the images haven't been tested to see what their speed is. So when you have your website, when you put up pictures at Facebook and such as that, if your business is dependent on them, then you may want to have someone that knows what they're doing test it for speed to see if it can be improved. Why is that? Well, a lot of people in this world do not have high-speed internet service. Some of us live in a real rural area and we don't have hardly any service at all, and what we do have is really slow. And these slow loading pages, that's where it comes in. Folks aren't going to wait for it. They're going to move on. They get tired of waiting for a web page to load up. And especially one that they're trying to move around on, and it's just, it's like moving through molasses. So this is a big factor for you. It's also important now that I'll mention, if you have the option, let's say you have Spectrum service for your internet provider, a lot of these providers now will offer you low-speed internet for a bare-bones price. But to get a higher speed costs you a little more money. And if you're going to be working on your computer and working on the internet and serving customers back and forth all day long, the higher the internet speed that you have, the better off you're going to be. It'll make a world of difference. And in saying that, I also mentioned that if you're working at your desk with a desktop computer, if you can have two monitors instead of one, that'll really help you as well too. You get a lot more work done if you can have several different things that you can keep on your screens at the same time. So loading speed becomes very, very important to you. Now, outside of that, there are ways that you can improve how many people are going to find your page by a tactic called pay per click. And pay per click is when you actually ante up extra money to the search engines to send people to your page. And you're in competition with all the rest of the world that are interested in that particular search term. So let's say that Matthew has a search term that he wants to advertise green tractors. And Matthew said, that's a search term that's important to me, so I'm going to say to Google, I'll pay you 35 cents if you'll send people to my webpage when they click in green tractors. Okay. And so I see that, and then I'm saying, well, Matthew's paying 35 cents. I'll offer 45 cents per click. And someone else may offer 55 cents per click. And some crazy dude out there in the Midwest may say, well, I'll pay $1 per click. Well, when anyone types in green tractor, that person that paid $1 a click, the search engine is going to put their page ahead of ours because we didn't pay that much money. So you have a way to bring people to you. Now, it's dangerous. It's dangerous and can be very expensive. So you have to kind of know what you're doing, setting budgets, being careful not to let people take advantage of you. But pay-per-click is very, very important in today's world, especially if you're introducing a new business or a new product. A less dangerous version of that is why I encourage you to become involved with Facebook. Because at Facebook, you can boost your ads, which is doing pay-per-click. You can boost your ads with very limited budgets, and more importantly, direct where you're going to actually do your advertising, where you're going to spend that money. You might just spend it in Rocky Mount. You might just spend it in Rocky Mount and Wilmington, North Carolina. Or you might say, I just want to spend my budget money and done. Or you might say the whole United States. It's your choice. And Facebook will let you spend your money exactly in the communities that you want to. And that gives you power to target your customer groups, target where they are, the folks that are most likely to do business with you. So look right here at this page. You'll see that pay per click, that this is when we did a Google search here, and you'll see, if you can see my cursor moving, right here, Carver Equipment Company, #1 in the pay-per-click runs. All these other people are paying too, but on this particular day, I must have been paying more than everyone else. So in the purchased ads, we came up #1 on that particular page. Down here is the ad that we didn't pay for. It is coming up just like it's supposed to in the search. Excuse me. Now, factor number 8. How can you help customers find you using SEO terms? Social media is very powerful. Again, using the right text terms, using the right pictures, using the right names, putting your web page links into the social media different pages will go a long, long way to help you. There's a lot of social media out here in the world, and it seems like there's more coming on every day. It's important to us. I want to encourage you, if you could, at least to give the first 2 social medias that you give a chance to work for you is Facebook and Instagram. I mentioned those 2 because they are linked together, and it's real easy to get the advantages of Instagram over on Facebook and vice versa. The others are very important, LinkedIn and so many more could be important for your business. But whichever one you go for, try to learn it well and take advantage of it and not waste money. So Facebook with Instagram and YouTube are very powerful. They help me with my business, and I see so many more of our associates and Academy members using them and doing quite well with them. These can be complicated issues, and a webmaster, that's someone who builds websites and promotes them and maintains them, they should know the basics about how to make your pages make money for you. If you've got a website that's not making money, that's not bringing you in emails, that's not bringing you inquiries, then it's wrong. There's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you, but a website should be producing you business. And you should not settle for anything less than production. So don't be ashamed that you've got a website that's not making you money, because it could be a little thing or it could be several things, but talk about it and let's find someone who can investigate what you're doing and maybe what you're doing wrong to help you move forward. And that's one of the things that your small business centers can help you with. Is one of the things I'll be glad to try to send you in the right direction for, to do that. So using the right keywords are going to be very, very important. And I do appreciate all you folks coming on board with us tonight. We got a wonderful crowd tonight. Let me give a special welcome to my friend Rayford Wells down in Clinton. Good to have you on board with us tonight, and hope you're doing well. So let's talk about using keywords now, the right keywords. Finding them can be very important, and maybe you haven't gotten quite an idea of how to use the right words on your web pages, and I am here to tell you that it's not as big a problem as you might think. Because you can go to your Google, like here on the screen, and type in keyword search terms. That is, you're looking for the right keywords to help you promote a certain product, and go to one of these websites, and they will give you thousands of keywords that you might put in your content to help you move forward. Now, here's an example where we typed in shoes. I think we typed in, let's see here, keywords up here at the top, 50 keywords for running shoes. And look at all the options they gave us automatically. And you can copy and paste those right over on your web page and automatically help other people find you. The beautiful thing about these web pages, if you look over on the right-hand side, they will tell you right there how many people have used that search term today, so far today in the last 24 hours. I did a cough working on me here. This top one up here, Brooks Shoes, had 280,000 clicks in one day. And it goes on, the numbers are astronomical. So if you're searching for the right keywords to use on your web pages to help people find you, this is a good way to do it. It doesn't cost you any money and gives you real power to do it. Just go type in, I need keywords for a certain word, and go for it. Now, once you get your keywords, then you can add them on your web page. Just add the words on. Look at down at the bottom of one of my web pages, down here at the bottom where the cursor's moving back and forth. Just adding words to help people find the web pages is what I'm doing here. And you can add them by the thousands or the hundreds to bring people to you. So if you have a certain theme, if you have a certain targeted customer groups, you will add these keywords as content on your web pages, and they will become like magnets through the search engine to send people to help find you, Down here at the bottom, you can, if you're interested in bringing people in from a certain region, a certain group of towns, just like I've done on the bottom of this web page, just have a list of certain towns that I think my best chance to sell to customers are probably folks that live in these areas, because if they're in a certain town and they're searching for anything, and their town name comes up on the web page, it will sometimes kick it right up onto their screen. I know lots of times you've been searching for things and you can't figure out why a certain web page came up. Well, it's this kind of strategy. You may have been searching for a hot dog, but you were riding through Smithfield when you did it, And when you put in the hot dog, everything in Smithfield came up on your page. That's because the search engines are going to show you the businesses closest to you. So if you have the right content on your web pages, they're going to be more likely to be found. Here's another example of just using words, putting them on the bottom of your pages. They make no sense to nobody, and that's okay, because they do make sense to the search engines. For whatever reason that you fill up your web page with certain words, it's okay, and it's good business with SEO strategy. Now, the next thing you want to be concerned about with helping customers find you is when they do find you, you want to make some money. And what you have on the internet are landing pages, if that's where you have set them. And some people don't have landing pages. They just got web pages with no concern at all whether or not that page is designed to say, I want your business. Give me some money. Buy something from me. You can do that. You can put personality right into your landing pages by naming them, giving them the right names, and then when you do put them there, is to make sure the page is exciting and encourages someone to order right now. And if somewhere on this page to have a video that would encourage them with someone saying, buy it now, like that video I was showing y'all earlier. Have that link right there. Give people the look and the hook and a reason to do business with you right now. Do not say take it or leave it. Say, let's talk about it. Look at these options you've got. You can pay different ways for different money. You can have it shipped for different money. We got different ways that you can do business with us to help you very much have a deal that you feel really good about. So make sure that you understand that. So someone just mentioned that they are doing some advertising on Facebook Marketplace, and that is indeed a great way to help people find you. And I'll spend more time talking about that later. It is a quite effective way, and the same principles that apply with SEO strategy. When you're putting something at Marketplace, you use the right text terms, the right verbs and nouns in the way you're describing your product. That'll help more people find you there and all over the country. So here's an example of one of my landing pages to express and demonstrate how to use context with SEO strategy to help people find a page. Notice on this page that I am selling some hay equipment, selling some drum mowers, and selling some balers. Selling some TX31. This is an old web page. I don't sell this anymore. But notice that I have listed drum mower, the words drum mower, many, many times here. I've listed the word twine tie baler many times. I've talked about Farm Max, that brand name. I could have just said it one time and then went under the columns, with the different model numbers. But I didn't do that. Why? Why did I write drum mower, drum mower, drum mower, disc mower, disc mower, sickle bar, sickle bar? Why did I keep repeating myself? Well, one of you might say, well, it's just because he's crazy as heck. He didn't know what he was doing. Well, that's okay if you want to think that, but old Steve knew what he was doing here, because I wanted to repeat those words, because that text, if someone had typed in a search term drum mower or twine baler, they would most likely end up on my page, and I would be able to do business with them. So, while the rest of my competitors in the world were stuck in their thumb. It's the little things that make a difference in staying in business, and we've said that so often. And it's these little finite things that make a difference in whether customers find you or find your competitor. So pay attention here. This is the real deal, all right? Lining up these web pages. Helping customers find you not only on the internet, but in all other factors. The old real estate saying is absolutely important. Location, location, location is super important. And we've always got to keep that in our mix of things that we're concerned about in any type of marketing that we're doing. Our sign placement, where we place things on our web page, how the design looks, the location of where we put our print ads at, where you stand in a room or where you sit at a table. You got to be seen. You got to be there, and you got to be seen. So we'll always know keep that in mind because it is so important as we're moving forward in any type of business. So let's get back now to our 5-star sales plan. Y'all been working at this now. This is your fourth week. We're moving forward really good, and some of you are just working so hard, and I'm so thankful that you are, and I hope it brings you good benefits. But somewhere in the mix of all this information that I pour on you, and I'll continue to do that, I want to come back and consolidate things to give you something really solid, meat and potatoes that maybe you can kick something in gear between now and Christmas. So let's talk about some important issues that might help you. Identify the profit centers in your business. And now give deep thought to what are the profit centers that I can relate to upsells. If I'm selling someone one thing or one service, what is the next upsell I can offer to do more business with that same person? And the more of those that you can have, the more profits you're going to make. Next, and it's so important right now, identify the dates for the season of what you're selling. Different things sell at different times of year, and they're more popular one time than they are another. And you got to be on top of this. When is your sales season, your hot time for this? And are you in the market strong before that season so that people that are starting to shop will be seeing you, finding you now? What is the deal? Because most sales campaigns really need to kick in about 60 days before the hottest time. Because people shop early. They think about things so that when the actual buy date comes, you want to be the person on their mind. Are you out there? Are you making that effort? You got your videos, you got your web pages, you got all these other things we're talking about out there where people can see you? Then you'll have a chance to do business. Have you thought about your pricing strategies, your discounting, how you're going to develop bundles or package deals? Remember that's what we were doing on the video that I promoted earlier tonight with you. Have you thought about how you're going to do that in your business? I mean, Thanksgiving is already come and gone. It's Christmas time. And before we blink our eyes, it's going to be 2024. So if you wanted to have your own business up and running in 2023 and you're almost there, congratulations. Now make that New Year's resolution that in 2024 I don't get there. I'm going to keep plugging and keep working at it at my own pace. Do your videos have the look and hook features? It's great to have the video, but they're not going to work for you if you don't implement these look and hook features that I've been telling you about. So go back and look at the videos that I sent to you today, especially this last one about the hay baler bundle, because in that you can go through there and watch on every slide, because I did these slides for you. On every slide in that video, I'm bringing a message to you about some way that you might be able to use to help you promote your products. So use that as a guide, as a template. And now, let's get on with it. Let's get those emails and our posts and our social media, our marketplace. Let's get them working. Let's use our website and have landing pages. Let's use our Facebook and Instagram and get them busy. Do email blasts to our database. See if there's other places that you might join in, like on eBay or Craigslist, to help promote your particular product. And have your own YouTube channel, because it will bring you probably as much business as any other one thing that we're talking about doing for you. In summary, we want to help customers find us. And the way we're going to do that, we're going to have our target customer groups. And for each group, we're going to select a media and a method that we're going to implement our program, and consider if there's any guerrilla marketing tools that we can use to help us be more successful with each group. With each group, we're going to have a different plan. Now, you may be saying, Steve, are you out of your mind? I'm not, and it's not that difficult to do. And once you get in the groove of doing this, year after year, it becomes easier and easier, and you just repeat a lot of what you've been doing, provided that it worked for you before. But the biggest gamble, and I can say this so sincerely, that the biggest gamble that you'll have, and I face this all the time as well, is that we'll let a group of buyers fall through the crack. It's so easy to do. We concentrate on this and concentrate on that, but something that maybe was so important to us, we just let them fall through the crack. That's the human beings in us. We will make some mistakes. I do, and you will as well. So this is where I'm saying to you, take a moment to think about who the best potential customers that you have are. Now, one of the folks with us tonight told me that last week she visited some potential customers who buy from her type of business. And she's not ready to open her business yet, but she wanted to start visiting some potential customers and show them what she's thinking about doing and creating a relationship and talking about them. That is so smart. That is so smart. Think about who your potential customers are and make sure that you don't let this particular customer group fall through the crack. So important. So let's say that you were visiting some folks that might have an interest in flowers, in floral arrangements. And maybe you're visiting the hospital or funeral homes or wedding chapels or other places. But you know what? You rode right past a restaurant that is a first-class restaurant, and they have floral arrangements every day there too. And in those big scope of things, maybe the funeral home and the hospital or the hotel or something like that, things just didn't work out there. But because you thought about that restaurant and went in there, there's a customer. You just don't ever know. That's why you look at all the potential customer groups you can and write them down so you don't forget them. It's so easy to be writing down and say, man, this is an idea I need to remember. But if we don't write it down, then we forget it. At 76, I do that more than I'm proud of. That's why that's why I have this pad right here in front of me, right here with you guys right now. Is it to make those good idea notes to help you not let a customer fall through the crack. You ever been around people laying brick? The brick mason will take each brick and he'll put his mortar right in there, and he'll get ready to get it level and get it all set. But before he leaves that brick, he'll take his trowel there, and right on top of that, take the handle and he'll hit that brick a couple of times. So if you're walking around a place where people are laying a lot of brick, you're hearing a lot. They're hitting the top of those bricks before they leave them. Now, what are they doing? Why? Because if they don't hit the top of that brick and have that mortar get it set, sealed to the brick, then that wall is not going to be solid. Those two taps make the difference in a strong wall and one that will just fall apart like spaghetti. Every time we're working with a customer, every time you're visiting that new potential customer, you want to remember this, because if you do it right and you create that relationship and you set that brick, then they've got a good chance to stay with you as long as you're in business. Every small business stays in business by doing one sale at a time, closing one deal at a time, serving one customer at a time. And we have to remember that as busy as we think we ought to be serving thousands of people every day, We got to hold on to the importance of that single customer because they're going to be the ones that come back to see us. Now, the horse in this picture here, two horses, one is 4 inches in front of the other one, and he wins the race by a nose, as they say, a photo finish nose, 4 inches. And that horse, because of those 4 inches, wins $1 million, or his owner does. The horse behind him, only 4 inches behind, 1/2 a step behind, wins a bale of hay. Which one of these horses do you want to be? And I can tell you that the one that won the $1 million won it because the rider of that horse, he knew the exact way, or she knew the exact way to get that horse to stick his neck out 4 more inches, or just the right things to whisper in his ear to get that extra mile from him, to get that deal. Because it's the little things that'll give you that extra 4 inches to help you win the big deal. So, as we're talking about these little things that may not seem to be too important, I want to tell you they are. Because in small business, sometimes it's all about whether or not you got 1 or 2 deals this week or 1 or 2 deals next week that put you in black ink, that let you actually make a profit. And if you're so concentrated on doing one thing that you let everything else go aside, that'll get you in trouble. Because the $1 from one customer group and the $5 from another one, the $10 from another, it all comes together. And we have to keep not put blinders on to how important the whole game is. Now, we'll have to prioritize and focus on one group at a time. That's important too. But don't get locked into not doing anything but that, because if you're just doing one thing with one group, it will go south one day and you won't have a business. So, see the little targets here? Each target has 3 arrows in it. Each customer group we want to consider. The media we're going to use is one arrow. The methods we're going to use is another arrow. And what guerrilla marketing techniques we might be able to use to help us with this particular customer group. So I'm challenging you to write down as many customer groups as you think you can manage and serve. And then as you write those down, think about how you're going to approach marketing to them in your own way. So which customer groups are they going to be? It might be customer groups that are strictly searching on the telephone for you. We know that's a large group. A lot of people shop that way. What would you do for those customers? Well, remember that mobile page? Man, that would come up high on your list right there. And that my business on Google, because they are really easy to find on the telephone. But we got to remember, there's a whole world of people out there that are not on the computers, that are not shopping that way. They're not on shopping on their cell phone. They may have some relatives that are doing it for them, but they're just looking at signs. So signage may be the answer for what you're doing with those groups, or neighborhood door knocker things to go to them. Great customer groups, especially for entrepreneurs, are people that are new to the community. New to the community because they're not loyal to anyone else. And you've got as good a shot at them as anybody does. Those folks that want to do virtual assistance of different things, you want to target people that are new to the community because they're coming in looking for help. And if you're here for them and you're in a position to stay in touch with them, that is a really important thing to do. If that is something that interests you, I want to say that in every major community in the state, there's this organization that has what they call relocation books for people that are moving into new neighborhoods. This is the cover of one in Wilmington. They're very, very good. This is people that are coming in starving for information about entrepreneurs that they might be able to start doing business with to help them from everything from cleaning their house to mowing their yard to buying furniture from or decorating or getting ready for Christmas. Who knows what it is. But these magazines, and I'm not much on recommending magazines, but for entrepreneurs with new businesses that want to serve this group of people, it's an excellent example of a targeted customer group and a way to reach them. And then other groups, you might find other types of media to help you get there. So what are your customer groups? Is it visitors, is it vacationers? Or do you just want to serve people outside of North Carolina? Or are you looking for people that are not searching for a new vendor? I got to tell you, it gets kind of complicated sometimes because some people just aren't looking for us. And we really need them, but they're just not looking for us. Have no interest in a new vendor. We'll talk about them in a little bit now. So, the three ways, the media, the method, and the guerrilla marketing. What is the best tool that you can use for your particular target groups? I want 3 answers beside each one or more as you're writing them down. So, if the medias include the World Wide Web, cell phones, print media, all the different types of print media from business cards to billboards, and social media, of course, is very important. All these are available to you, and if you're wise, we'll figure out a way to use each one. And then signs, the signs media is so powerful with large groups, directional signs, roadways, eateries, recreational parking stops, knowing how to position your signs in the right places, very powerful. Knowing how to use them to promote. You might find some old signs in areas that are important to your customers, some signs that are dilapidated or need repair. Sometimes the owners of these signs, they just let you have them if you update them and make them look good to say, you know, if you put this sign back in functional working order, I'll let you have it for a year or two. There's no skin off their back, but it improves the value of their property. So look around for those opportunities that might help you. Right here with the little mailbox flag, you see the flyer that's slipped over that? That is so effective. That's 1/2 sheet of paper folded and taped and slipped over the mailbox flag. That's not against the law. Putting it in the box is against the law. But you can hang it out there, and if you're targeting a particular neighborhood, this is so inexpensive and so effective. If someone says something to you about doing it, you want to put them up there so it's not tacky, but don't worry about it. You get on with it. If you're getting business out of it, you move forward. You can't make everybody happy because effective marketing for an entrepreneur is what you need to do. That's what guerrillas would do. Some of us may get together and share the cost of a sign. Like here's 4 entrepreneurs that have shared the cost of one sign over in Pink Hill. Very good way to get a good exposure and cut your costs way down. Give that some thought. And the sign people are always looking for people that might want to get together. So give that some serious thought. It might be a way to help you get your business up and running in a hurry. Now, we're talking about 12 out of the 20. The rest of them are listed in your handout. But you want to look at the methods that you want to use now. To get that media working for you. So you do that by choosing the right profit centers, link them up to the right media, making sure that you're working with your raving fan customers to understand what their interests are and how to send the media to them. If you have people that are working with you and for you, make them aware of what the plan is. Of course, your website is so important for a great method because that you own it, you can change it up, you can change the power that it has. And every day, social media is right there waiting for you just to send post after post after post, figure out the best times of day to send your post out and get it out there. Developing written testimonials is so important. I want you to know how to give testimonials and then know how to receive them, because lots of times your customer will say, you say, how about giving me a testimonial so I can use it to promote my business? They say, well, you just write it up. You write it, I'll sign it. More and more people will be glad to do that for you. And so I really encourage y'all to send testimonials in on each other, on our program here that we're doing here at the Academy and the Small Business Centers does. When you start sending testimonials, then you're going to be in a position to start receiving them. So get good at writing a testimonial, and then it will help you write testimonials for yourself with your customers. Search engine optimization is a big deal. That is such an important method that we've talked about earlier. Looking at your customer visits. There's some people that aren't into the internet. And there's some folks that you're going to sell with an email or a website or a landing page. And if that targeted customer group is a part of what you need to be thinking about, then you're going to need a calendar and go start knocking on some doors and doing cold calls. So very important with certain types of businesses. And there's no substitute. Just know that it's the way to do it. If you don't have any idea how to approach that, let me know. Maybe I can give you some good information on setting up a schedule, things to know and be concerned about doing cold calls. Referrals, private labels, branding yourself, Google locator maps, all these are serious methods to help people find you, and they're available to you. Google locator map, you see them all the time. Here's one at my web page right here that gives a map to where our location is. Now, I don't particularly want to give people my office location, however, not ashamed of it, but the folks that are buying my equipment want to go to where the equipment is. So instead of giving my office location, I tell them where the equipment's at up in Wilson. So you've got a lot of flexibility in thinking about that, and you want to be smart about that. Notice this web page here, and up at the front where that truck shows the truck in there, that's a slideshow at my website. And those slides change about every 6 seconds, I think it is. And it talks about lots and lots of my different profit centers. And I want to encourage y'all to consider putting a slideshow at the top of your web page, because it's really effective, and it's a way of saying, and by the way, we've got this. And 6 seconds later, it's saying, and by the way, we've got this. It's just a constant and general pressure on promoting the different things that you're selling. So keep that in mind. Guerrilla marketing is when you're going the extra mile, looking for how to stretch that dollar as far as you can or get your information out there. And in your handout, there's 20 guerrilla marketing tactics that you might consider. We'll talk about the top 7. Using DBAs, doing business as, is a very, very effective way to reach more and more customers without spending a lot more money. Using Facebook and eBay, using their pages to bring people to your website, very effective way, provided that you're doing it economically, and you can do that. Using testimonials on your web pages and to help people feel better about doing business with you, very effective. And there's so many more in your handout. DBAs confuses a lot of people. So let's say that you're the catalog company. You ever heard of this outfit? Well, if you go to the grocery store, and have since we've been babies, we've heard of Kellogg, right? Kellogg is one company. You are one company. I am one company. And that's good. But let's talk about how Kellogg uses DBAs. When you walk down through the grocery store the next time you go, remember this conversation, because you will see about 70 different DBAs that Kellogg is using. They do that so that different folks shopping for different products will recognize in their covers and DBAs and photographs what they're looking for. And there may be the same products in some of these boxes, but because they use different names and ways to market them, they'll sell thousands more products because they're smart to do that. And I want us to be doing the same thing. I want us to be doing the same thing. Remember those videos that we talked about earlier? You can name your videos a lot of different names. Same video, but just talk about the different messages in there, and more people will jump on them and do business with you. Facebook pages can be loaded as well as eBay pages with the search terms the context is interested into you. Here's a Facebook ad that I've got that's sending people to our website, talking about cedars and such as that. And when you boost that, it goes out very effectively, very inexpensive. And I'll get more people visiting my web page at my website through the Facebook ads and eBay ads than I do just coming straight to me, because Facebook and eBay are so powerful with the search engines. And when you start learning to use those, you can get a lot of traffic at your website and not having to spend a lot of money. Here's an example of what we do at eBay with some different products. Testimonials. Why? Because the person that's nervous about doing business with you and everybody else on the internet, they're not going to easily be moved. But what will move them is seeing testimonials from lots of other customers that have been there and done that with you and are satisfied. It can help you so much if you figure out a way to get testimonials posted on the internet and then get people to look at them. Now, remember that slideshow I mentioned just a minute ago? I've got a slide that has this right here on it that's actually pointing. That slide comes up and actually points down, a finger points to the place I want them to click to see our testimonials. And it really works. A slide will come up and folks will see that and then move their cursor right over there and click on that just like that. So I want you to develop a plan for each one of your customer groups, a method, a media, guerrilla tactics that may work for each group that you have. Make a note on them. Think about it. Be serious about it. Why are we doing this? We're doing this to create a marketing budget that actually will bring us back a return on our investment instead of just blowing money out there trying to be all things to all people, because we can't do that. Remember that people that are new to the community are going to be some of your easiest folks to get started with. So think about putting something in place to help you be in touch with folks that are new coming into the community, so that you as a new business start getting their business. If you're in a vacation community, we're going to talk about the restaurants and the roads that they come into town on. We're going to figure out where best to put our signs, where they're more likely to see our ads than other places, and then give it some thought. Don't waste our money putting them where not. Excuse me. If we're U.S. marketing or worldwide marketing, then we're going to pick the areas that are most likely to do more business with us, and send that advertising to those areas first. Test those markets. Don't try to be all things to all people. Test your markets. Make sure you're getting some return on investment. If not, go somewhere else to spend your money. You can spend and waste a lot of money trying to do this. Excuse me. Now, there's people that are not looking for you. There's decision makers that you want their business, but they actually hire people to sit out front called receptionists or managers that keep you from going in to meet them. And maybe it's a business that you really need, but you don't have to think about these businesses that you basically have a closed door to. And here's the deal. The decision makers oftentimes sit back in their office and are shielded by what we call the gatekeepers. And the gatekeepers just sit there and they're polite to you, but say, no, we don't need you today. We don't want anybody coming by here trying to sell us something. You just go on, be on your way. So that makes us as entrepreneurs new and afraid maybe get really mad and disappointed and say, I'm not going to do cold calls anymore. I don't like to be rejected like this, and you leave. Well, when you have that attitude, and that's what you're doing, you're closing the door to a lot of good business, because those people that are successful, they're doing business with contractors and people who are selling what you're selling, but it's not you. So here's what you have to do. These gatekeepers, you need to be nice to them. You need to keep coming back every 5 or 6 weeks. Leave a business card, have a little token for them, give them a piece of candy or something. Remember their names, remember their children's names. Be nice, look nice, dress nice. Don't come in smoking, don't come in stinking. Excuse the French, but that's the truth. Look good. Dress to be your best. And when you call on these people week after week, sometimes month after month, you'll create a raving fan customer. Someone that likes you. You don't come in and abuse their time. You just say, just letting you know I'm still here and would appreciate a chance to do business with you. Because one day, people will die, retire, or move away. And that person back there in the back office may say, Sarita, we don't need to find somebody new to do our printing for us. So-and-so's getting ready to retire. He called me the other day, and we don't need to find a new contractor. You know anybody might help us? And Sarita might say, well, Mr. Steve, for the last several months, Danielle's been coming by here talking about her new printing company. Seems like a really nice lady on top of the ball. I got her business card right here. You want me to give her a call? Well, tell me, Sarita, what do you think of her? Well, she's professional. She don't waste her time, but she's really interested in doing business. I think we ought to give her a chance. That's the way the very best accounts are achieved sometime. The gatekeeper becomes your raving fan customer and opens the door for you. And the gatekeeper might be the receptionist out front. It might be the manager back in the back of the shop. It might be the parts man at the counter. You don't ever know. But if this business is buying what you're selling, but you're not getting a chance for it, you need to keep going back with a plan. And the plan is to make as many friends there, to leave your business card, to leave your brochure, and let them know you're a good person and have a good product and really just want a chance. That is the bulk of most entrepreneurial business now that's not being done on the internet. And that is the bulk of the business that is usually the most profitable. And the best news as well is that is the business that is sustainable. People that are local, that do business with you based on that relationship, and they stay with you. They don't jump ship. Folks on the internet are surfing. They're jumping from here to there. They're doing it all the time. I deal with it every day. But folks that have settled down to do business with me in the long term, they just send me an email and ask for a quote. But I treat them like they're also sending it to all my competitors. And they may be, but at any rate, I get first shot. You can get first shot too, but you have to pay the dues. There's no free lunch. There's no free lunch with a good customer. You have to pay the dues to get them. So where are we now? I want to tell you that moving into finding customers, planning ahead is everything. And putting a different layer on these rose-colored glasses now. We have to be thinking about every day, what is the next season that's on the way? We got things that sell that are important some days and some days are not. So what is our next season and how are we going to approach it? What are you doing to be ready for the next season for the products that you sell? How are you going to help the customers find you with the different times of year? Man, we're right into it now with this holiday season. You should understand exactly what I'm talking about. Being ready, marketing your products in such a way that they become Christmas gifts. Marketing your products and service in such a way it helps people prepare for the season or for next year or for going forward. Like I'm marketing right now the product that if you want to make a New Year's resolution to have your business up and running in 2024, then you need to get on board with us with these webinars starting in January. So we do that. So putting your wares out there in such a way to encourage people to be happy, to come on in and look at all the different things that you have. These are pictures from Waynesville, North Carolina, over in Happy Valley. and they are pros at getting ready for the seasons. And you can do that too. I can do that. We all can do that to be ready for a better season ahead of us. So what is the answer to the question? Well, the question is, how do we help customers find us? We do it a lot of different ways with the media. We do it with the methods we use. We do it with guerrilla marketing. We do it with videos. We do it with landing pages and with SEO. So try to put all these in your mix. We'll put it all together and make it work for you. So thank you for staying with us tonight. I apologize if you had trouble getting on. Early on, I think there were some network troubles, but we've got a good crowd tonight. Be welcome for you to turn your microphones on, ask any questions that you might have, and let us know. We've got one person on board with us that's listed as unknown. So whoever that is, if you can go to the chat board and type in your name and email address, we'll be able to stay in touch with you and send you the handouts and the video presentation. Thank you so much. God bless you and your family. I'm sorry for all the coughing tonight. I hope I can get past that for our 4 presentations next week. How about you, Rayford? You got anything to say? Are you with us, or Sarita, or Latoya? There you go. Hey, Tim, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, man. I hope you're getting better and better.
All right, all right. You learn anything tonight?
Oh, good show as always. I like that about the websites. Definitely the high-speed internet, because a lot of times I go on a website and it's taking a long time for pictures to download. Like, hey, I'm going somewhere else. So
yes,
you hit that on the head.
Yes, sir. It's important, and a good webmaster can help us with that. Of course, if it's a real slow service, there's not much you can do. But we do all we can.
Yeah,
hey,
I feel
Darcy.
sorry for in Mary Hill.
Uh-huh. I've been to Mary Hill. I know it well. How about it, Darcy?
Yeah, that was...
Say, yes, sir. All right. People aren't talking to me, so I don't say good night to you.
Hey, I was wondering, can you hear me?
I hear you. Yes. Who is this?
Hi. Yes, I was listening the whole time, but I've been working hard at trying to get that website as far as I possibly can before I hire somebody, so that maybe it'll cut down on their man hours that I have to pay for. It's a learning experience, and I want to learn it.
Yes. Where are you located?
In Raleigh.
Okay. Well, there's lots of people that'll help you, but I congratulate you for going as far as you can, and we'll do all we can to help you along the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out real soon, because I gotta get it. I gotta get it live.
There you go. All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Lisa, glad to have you back with us tonight.
Hi, Steve. I put a question in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if you saw that.
Go ahead and ask it if you don't mind.
Well, you were talking about when you paid to boost an ad, and there's actually someone else's question in here too. Do you pay the same pay per click? I'm not sure if that's the right term, for an expensive item such as what you sell, as you would for, like a $10 T-shirt?
It really makes no difference to value of the product. What you're doing is putting a value on that click. So that's why being able to get very low-cost clicks, pay-per-clicks like at Facebook, is such a good deal. But you have to be careful there, and you need to test the water before you spend more money than you feel like you can justify getting return on the investment. But and you can work with low budgets, as low as $1 a day at Facebook when you go in with the pay-per-click like with Google, you're generally spending $10 or $15 a day.
So if in the case of yourself, where you have like a $3,000 farm equipment and someone is selling $10 book bags, and there's, they're new, they're not going to sell tons and tons of book bags. How does the payment allocation go? With the expensive item, it's great to pay $2 a click, but with a $10 item, you don't want to pay $10 a click.
That's right. Well, at Facebook Boost, you have the option of stretching it out for 3 or 4 months, and spending only a dollar a day, and seeing if it justifies your expense. And if people don't click on it, people have to click on your ads for them to use the money. But there's 1 million people out there that have the opportunity to do it. You have to determine how many of a certain product you need to sell to make X amount of profit to not only pay your other expenses, but to leave some money there to pay for those ads. Because it's real easy for entrepreneurs to think, well, I need to do some advertising, I don't want to money out and I'll be good. But we have to remember that money that we're paying out is coming out of our profit dollars. And if you're not careful, you can use up all your profit paying for ads that didn't work. That's why I'm always are saying, let's test the market, do it one step at a time. Now, when I go to the market selling a $3,000 profit, a $3,000 item, that would generally mean that I've got a $450 to $500 net profit situation there. And so of that, I might determine to spend 6% of it, or in other words, put $25 to $40 in that particular ad campaign. But I'm not going to stretch it out longer than I can monitor it and see if I'm getting my return. If I'm selling, I'll keep doing it. But if it's not bringing me back a return, I'll stop doing it. And that's why it's important to take your plan your marketing in time periods that you can control and not end up wasting any money. And then when you find something that is working and making you money, jump on it and ride that horse as long as you can, as long as it's profitable, to take advantage of it. Now,
okay, thank you. Would you like me to read the next person, LaToya, her comment in the chat, or her question rather?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. I don't know if you're on, LaToya, but I just. Oh, would you like to read it on your own?
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. I'll pretend it's story time here. I just put something on Marketplace on Facebook for sale and haven't boosted yet. Can I set it at a low payment?
Absolutely, and I recommend you set it at a low payment.
Okay.
If it's the first time you're doing it, set it at a low payment. It'll tell you, like $1 a day, it'll tell you how many people will probably look at it. Maybe 600, maybe 1,000 people will see it per day if you're spending $1. And then if you are thinking about spending $5 a day, maybe 10,000 people will see it. But those numbers can get you really excited, but the proof is in the pudding. If you're not getting orders back or inquiries, then it's not a good investment. But here's another factor for both of you, LaToya and Lisa.
Okay.
First, getting in the marketplace and you're putting your wares out there, you're creating folks aren't going to buy from you to begin with because they're just not familiar with you unless you're extraordinarily lucky. So that's why it's important to spend a little bit of money and keep your name out there, because the more you have a presence, the more people will get to know you and have a confidence level in doing business with you. Sometimes you got to actually be in the market for several months before people will actually warm up to start spending money with you.
Okay. That's good to know.
Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for the questions.
No problem.
All right. Well, thank you all. I hope you all have a great evening. Stay warm. Have a wonderful weekend. And God bless you all. Look through those emails that I've sent to you. Send your homework in. And again, let's quit. I don't want to push you too hard, but I need to see some videos this coming week if you want to graduate from the academy. Let's make it happen. Good night. Take care. God bless you.
Good night, Steve.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, John Boy.